Good evening, everybody. This is Andrew's Movie Corner, back with you once again. I'm going to do a bit of a different video. It's going to be why my Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection, video collection with the similar titles I did, like the limited issues, and Tarzan, even though Tarzan wasn't part of the Masterpiece Collection line, and a couple titles that use the Masterpiece logo, but are not part of the line, which are Pooh's Great Adventure and Old Yeller from '97, and Great Mouse Detective and Pinocchio are going to be included in this video too. Which this video could take at least 2 or 3 parts, depending on how long I go. And we might do those other parts in the morning if we run out of time. Anyways, let's get started with the one that started it all. Here is version 1 of the 1994 Masterpiece Collection VHS of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with the 86 Walt Disney Video logo. Yep, the tape was released on October 28th, 1994. The front, here's the spine, character profile of Snow White, and the back says, "A landmark in the history of animation," says the New York Times. All right. And here's the tape itself with an ink label. Print date is June 18th, 1994. Show these promo stuff briefly. Alright, just give me 1 second. I'm going to try and refold this. There we go. That's good. That's good. There we go. And some coupons from Pillsbury. Yep, that's everything that comes with this VHS of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I'm sorry this one took a little longer. I was trying not to make it take that long. Yeah, but a little bit of blame for that. And we got another copy of it with no promo stuff. Yep, has the same casing and everything. And inside it is the same label. Print dates May 14th of 94, May 21st of 94. Yeah. This and that other copy just showed both have the 86 Walt Disney Video logo after the Roy Disney intro, because these two are version 1. Just want to give you some quick background information on that. And then we have version 2, which Has the Masterpiece Collection logo. Yeah. Has the same casing and everything. It has the same label. Has a different print date, September 23rd, 1994. And this has the Masterpiece Collection logo on it because this one is version 2. I just want to give you a bit of information on there. And this is the only other ad that does not come with that other copy. This one for Aristocats. Supposed to come out in 95. Ended up being pushed back to 96, you remember. Same with Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Also got pushed back to 96. Alrighty. Then we have another one, but this one is sealed. Alrighty. And this is a factory sealed copy of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs 1994 VHS. Yep. Staying in its wrapper because who knows? It could be worth a fortune one of these days. And then we have here the 1994 French-Canadian VHS of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yep. It has the same casing, but everything's in French. And it has an ink label. It's different. And this has no print date on this because this is a French-Canadian tape. And then we have version 1 of the 1994 Masterpiece Collection VHS of Alice in Wonderland. Yep. Has the 86 Walt Disney Home Video logo. Followed by the Now on Video Cassette bumper and only a pre for Bravo Toaster. Yeah, and then the feature presentation. Well, that's all I can give you because this is version 1. I do want to give you some information before we dive in. Here's the spine character file of Alice. In the back, it says Spirited Charming, Truly Remarkable Animation, says the Saturday Review. Here's the tape itself with an ink label. Print date is August 17th, 1994. And we got version 2 of it, which has the Masterpiece Collection logo. Yep, this copy is version 2, yep, because it's got the Masterpiece Collection logo. And still only has a pre for Bravo Toaster, yep. Case is the same. Label's the same too. Has a different print date, November 16th, 1994. Yep. And then we have a 1994 VHS of Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And it's obviously version 2 because it's got the Masterpiece Collection logo. Yep. Here's the front. Here's the spine. In the back, it says a thoroughly entertaining fantasy, says Leonard Maltin of the Disney films. Yep. This is a pretty good movie. I actually really like it. Yep, and I actually enjoyed watching this tape of Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Anyways, here's the tape with the ink label. Print date is February 25th, 1995. Yep, and some promo stuff inside. I'd like to show these briefly, and then we move on to Dumbo. And, yep, this is the shop along video guide that's attached. And here's a family fun. Yep. Business reply, of course. And then the official business reply card for the Masterpiece Collection. Yeah, no one ever wrote on it. Because that's how I got it. It was actually a used copy. But it's nice condition, too. Yep. Then we have the 1994 VHS of Dumbo. Yep. Also version 2. Yeah, this one I got brand new factory sealed about a year ago. Yeah, here's the front. Here's the spine. Character profile of Dumbo. On the back it says a film you will never forget, says New York Times. Yep, this was one of the first 9 Masterpiece titles. Anyways, here's the tape, the ink label. Print date's January 10th, 1995. Yeah, this is a really good movie. It's still a sad film because of Dumbo getting separated from his mom, but I personally enjoy this film too. Same shop along video guide. Yep. This is the same Family Fun magazine. Yep. And a business reply card. It's the same. Yeah. And I've watched this copy of Dumbo. Well, I've only watched the opening previews to it. Nothing else. Just the previews on the tape. Then we have this French-Canadian copy of Dumbo from 1994. Yep. Also got this tape a year ago, but it was not sealed. It has the same casing and everything. It has the same label. Well, not the same label. It's got a little bit different label because it's in French. And there's no print date on this tape. And then we have a 1994 Masterpiece Collection VHS of Mary Poppins, which, by the way, this is also version 1, meaning it has the 86 Walt Disney Home Video logo at the beginning of the tape. Here's the front. Here's the spine, character file Mary Poppins, and the back. It's a sheer delight to the eye, the ear, the senses, says Newsweek. Mary Poppins is definitely a wonderful film. Here's a tape with the ink label. Print date is August 5th, 1994. I'd say it's... I like Bedknobs and Broomsticks too, but personally I like Mary Poppins better. Yep. But I'm not saying I don't like Bedknobs and Broomsticks. No, I watched that film and actually really liked it. Then we have a 94 VHS of Pete's Dragon. It has the Masterpiece Collection logo because this is version 2. Here's the front. Here's the spine. Character file Elliot the Dragon. And the back. It says, Enchanting Entertainment, says The Hollywood Reporter. Yeah. I also got this tape sealed. And here's the tape with the ink label. Print date's September 26, 1994. And this is all that comes with it. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm gonna keep moving forward a bit. Then we have the 94 VHS of Robin Hood. It's version 1, meaning this has the 86 Walt Disney Home Video logo at the beginning. Here's the front. Here's the spine, character file Robin Hood. In the back, it says, A Full Parade of All the Disney Ingenuity, says the Daily Variety. Yep. I personally think this film's awesome and is action-packed. Here's the tape, the ink label. Print date is August 7th, 1994. Yep. And this is one of my favorites. And we have another copy, but this is version 2. Has the Masterpiece Collection logo and only a pre for Brave Little Toaster at the beginning. Yep, and it has the same casing and everything. And it has the same label too. Has a different print date, September 29th, 1994. You guys hadn't seen Robin Hood yet, I'd go check it out, even though I hear it's one of the weaker Disney films. But I personally think this film's awesome. And we got the French-Canadian VHS of it from 94. Yep. It's in French. Yep. Case is just about the same. label is different, though. Cartridge number of 1 out of 8. Yep. Robin Hood. I still hadn't watched this whole tape yet. Just watched the previews. That's it. Then we got the 1994 VHS of So Dear to My Heart. Also version 1. This has the 86 Walt Disney Video logo because this is version 1. So the front, there's the spine. And the back says one of Walt Disney's loveliest films, says Leonard Maltin of the Disney films, yeah. And I've only watched the first half of this film, and it looks, from what I've seen, it's pretty good. But here's the tape, the ink label. Print date's August 19th, 1994. Mm-hmm. And this is the business reply card that comes with it. I'm probably going to rewind this tape to the beginning so I can have a chance to watch the whole thing. Then we have the 94 VHS of The Sword and the Stone. Yep. Also, this is version 1, meaning this has the 86 Sorcerer Mickey Walt Disney Video logo at the beginning. So the front, here's the spine, and the back says Pure Disney Gold, says New York Times. And I hear this is one of the weaker films as well, but I'll say this. This film, I say, is another one of my favorites. It's also a pretty good action-packed film. Also has, it's kind of like a little bit of, it's not sci-fi, no, it's got a bit of it, it's more action adventure. Anyways, here's a tape with the ink label. Print date's August 15th, 1994. Alright, and there you have it with the Sword and the Stone, another one of my favorites. Now, here is one of my all-time favorites. We have, this is the Lion King 1995 Masterpiece Collection VHS, released March 3rd, 1995, and this is version 1. It only has a pre-frames in the outfield. No previews for Cinderella or Aristocats on this tape, just the pre-frames in the outfield. Has that other coming soon to video cassette bumper. Yeah. Anyways, it's the front. It's the spine, careful of Simba. In the back, it says the greatest wonder of all, says Los Angeles Times. Alrighty. Open this up. As you can see, here's the tape with the ink label. Print date is December 9th, 1994. And I would like to go ahead and show you proof that this is version 1. Pop it into one of my VCRs. So, yep, went ahead and turned it on after I paused. Alrighty, I'm going to pop this into my Magnavox VCR DVD combo. I hope this tape doesn't get eaten, but if it does, we might have to interrupt this video and stop here for part 1. I'm hoping we don't have to, but I just want to give you a heads up. Yep, we're going to fast forward through the commercials. Alrighty. There we go.
Coming soon to video cassette. Dad, when we could...
See, that just goes straight to Angels in the Outfield preview. No Cinderella preview. I'm going to show you one more. The ending of the Angels in the Outfield preview. We're just going to kind of fast forward through that briefly, and then we'll... And then it goes from there to the feature presentation logo.
And now, our feature presentation.
See? What did I tell you? This is version 1. And, yep. We're going to pause the tape. I mean, stop the tape. I'm sorry. Alright. And guess what? We can continue from here. We don't have to stop here, actually. That's wonderful news. So there's your proof that this copy of The Lion King 1995 VHS is version 1. Alrighty. And then we move on to version 2, which does have the preview for Cinderella before the Angels in the Outfield preview, and the preview for the Aristocats after that same Angels in the Outfield preview. It has a different variation of the coming soon to video cassette bumper from what I'd shown you earlier. It has the same casing and everything. And the same label, yeah. I watched a portion of this VHS. Yep, I brought my TV VCR combo downstairs when to a safe spot where we go when we're under tornado. Yep, we were under tornado warning on last Saturday, by the way. But thankfully our house did not get hit by the tornado. The print date is January 28th, 1995. And we got a version to another copy, which has all the promo stuff inside it, which has the same casing. Oh, hold on a second. And it has the same label, printed on January 20th of 1995. Alrighty. And here's all the promo stuff that come inside it. Yeah. Yeah, I apologize, these pages aren't intact anymore. You know what? I would say, yep, Lion King is definitely a hit. One of my favorite Disney animated films. One of my all-time favorites. Yeah. It's on my top, it's on one of the top 10 all-time favorites. Then we got a factory sealed copy of The Lion King 1995 VHS. Yep. With the same casing, everything. It's all sealed. And as long as it's in my house, it is going to stay sealed. And be prepared on June 23rd of this year. I'm going to be doing a 2025 anniversary edition of the comparison video for this film, The Lion King. So so I look forward to that day. And then we got the 1995 Canadian VHS of The Lion King. Yep, here's the spine profile of Simba. Back, it's got all the same information right there. Yeah. And I'm going to also include this again on when I do my Canadian VHS collection this year. Anyways, here's the tape, the ink label. And it's got a cartridge number of 291 out of 700. Yeah. And then here's the Spanish copy, El Rey León. Yep. Here's the spine. Simba in the back says La Maravilla Más Grande de Todas is the Los Angeles Times. Which, if you translate that in English, it would be the greatest wonder of all, says the Los Angeles Times. This was from, yep, I just kind of gave an example for one of my copies of the Lion King 95 VHS version 2. Yep. And yeah. Here is the tape with the ink label. Print date is August 17th, 1995. And here's what I might be doing someday, guys. I might be opening a video store, a superstore called Andrew's Video Barn. I might be doing that one of these days. Yep, and it'll be making good money. We'll make good money on these Disney tapes. Ready? And then we have the March 3rd, 1995 VHS of Alice in Wonderland. Yep, it's a 95 version 1 of the 95 VHS of Alice in Wonderland. Yep, has the same casing as the 94 VHS, and it has the same label too. Print date is July 27th, 1995. Here's what comes with it. Yep. Business reply. Of course. Then we have Bedknobs and Broomsticks 1995 VHS. This is version 1. Yep, it has the same casing and everything. Same label as the 94 VHS. Print date's August 8th, 1995. And then we have the 1995 VHS of Dumbo. I've had this tape a long time. Yep. Same casing as the 1994 VHS. Same label too. Print date's July 8th, 1995. Yep, it has some more some added previews on there. Then we have the 95 VHS of Mary Poppins, version 1 of it. The case is just about the same. Yep. But it has a vertical sticker label. Print date is April 5th, 1995. And then we have the 1995 VHS of Pete's Dragon. Yep. Same casing as the 94 VHS. And the same label. Print date is July 9th, 1995. Yep. This is also, I forgot, this is version 1 of the 95 VHS from March 3rd of that year. Alrighty. And a business reply card that comes with it. And then we have the 95 VHS of Robin Hood. This is the March 3rd, 1995 VHS. I got this tape sealed back in December 2014. And yep, this is the copy I usually watch when I plan on watching this film. It has the same casing as the 94 VHS. Yep. And it has the same label too. It has a print date of January 16th, 1996. Yeah. This is actually, but this is the March 3rd, 1995 VHS. I've already shown you proof in an older video. Yeah, this is what it'd be. This is what would come with the 96 VHS, if that were to be the case. And a business reply card that comes with it. And yep, the case surprisingly is in good. It's still in good condition. Then we have the 1995 VHS of the Sword and Stone. This is version 1 of the 95 VHS of Sword and Stone. And this, I've had this copy of it the absolute longest. Yep. It has the same casing and everything. And it has the same label. Print date is May 19th, 1995. Sword and Stone is a pretty good movie, even though it's... A lot of fans say it's a... What critics say it's one of the weaker films, but I say it's a really good film. Then we have the 1995 VHS of the Three Caballeros. This is the one I had gotten the most recently. Here's the front. Here's the spine. Character profile of Donald Duck. And the back. It says a masterpiece, says the Washington Post. Anyways, here's the tape with an ink label. Print date is July 22nd, 1995. And I really like this. I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I hear it's really good. Yep, and it's an old Disney film. Yeah. The film is 80 years old. Yeah. Then we have the 1995 VHS of Cinderella. This is version 1. It's the first copy of it. Yep. Here's the front. Here's the spine. Character of Cinderella. And the back. It says sheer joy enchanting, says USA Today. Yep. And Cinderella is actually a really good movie. I'd say it's also one of my top 10. Here's the tape with an ink label. Print date's June 16th, 1995. And you got the second copy of version 1, which, yep, got last year. Same casing and everything. Same label, yeah. The tape needs to be rewound. I'm going to do a running VHS segment on this VHS later on. Print date is June 10th of 1995. And version 2 of it, which has that Disney Interactive promo. I forgot to mention, this tape was released on October 4th of 1995. Yeah. Has the same casing and everything. And it has the same label. Print date is July 7th, 1995. And here is all the promo stuff that comes with it. Yep. And a family fun free issue right here. And a business reply card for the film Cinderella. It's the 1950 film. Then we have the 1995 French-Canadian VHS of Cinderella. Got this tape about a year ago. Yep, March 2024. Yeah, has the same casing. Yeah, I had gotten another copy of this earlier, but it turned out to be turned out it was a very defective tape. But this copy actually works. Has the same ink label. Cartridge number of 2 out of 153. Then we have the version 2 of the 95 VHS of Dumbo. Yep, same casing as the 94 VHS. Yeah, this tape was also sealed. And has the same label. Print date is January 19th, 1996. And a business reply card. It's all in really nice condition. Then we have the 1995 VHS of Mary Poppins. This is the version 2 of the 95 VHS from October 4th, 1995. Same casing as the 94 VHS, by the way. And this one also has that exact same ink label. Print date of March 9th, 1996. Yep. And yeah, this is all that comes with it. No business reply card. But I think I have a spare business reply card I can put into this copy of Mary Poppins. And then we have the 95 VHS of Pete's Dragon, the October 4th, 1995 VHS. Funny though, when I got this tape, I thought it was going to be the March 3rd, I mean the 96 VHS of Pete's Dragon, but I was wrong. It has the same casing and everything. Same label. Print date is March 26, 1996, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I realized. This is the October 4th, 1995 VHS of Pete's Dragon. Alrighty. Then we have the 95 VHS of So Dear to My Heart. This is version 2, yep. It has the same casing as the 94 VHS, the October 20th, 1994 VHS. And this tape has a white sticker label. Print date is March 3rd, 1996. And then we have the October 4th, 1995 VHS of Sword and the Stone. It has the same casing and everything as the 94 VHS. Same label. Print date's March 8th, 1996. And then we're going to show one more tape in this part, and then we'll stop here for part 1. This is the October 4th, 1995 VHS of the Three Caballeros. This is version 2 of that release. Yep, has the same casing, everything. Yep. This spine's not faded, luckily. And it has the same ink label. Print date's January 19th, 1996. Well, and I will be sure to see you guys in part 2